Good morning, all of you. So, we were discussing the reactions of the benzene, in which we have studied nitration, halogenation, and we have seen the mechanisms of these reactions also. As we have discussed the general mechanism in the very first lecture, the general mechanism of the aromatic electrophilic substitution is more or common. Only the thing is that the formation of the electrophilic stage is different. Now, here, when we are going to study the reaction sulfonation, what is sulfonation? So, the aromatic nucleus on reaction with concentrated sulfuric acid, the hydrogen atom of benzene is getting substituted by the electrophile SO3H, that is the sulfonyl group. And so, the benzene sulfonic acid is obtained as a product. So, in this reaction, the general reaction that we are going to study, so benzene on reaction with concentrated sulfuric acid. Now here, when we are saying concentrated sulfuric acid, it is being concentrated or it is called as fuming sulfuric acid. What is fuming sulfuric acid? Fuming sulfuric acid is that the concentrated sulfuric acid, in concentrated sulfuric acid, the fume SO3 gas, that is the sulfur trioxide gas, is bubbled. And so it forms a more concentration, that is called as your fuming sulfuric acid. So such type of acid, when it reacts with benzene, you get the formation of a benzene sulfonic acid. The hydrogen atom has been replaced by the sulfonyl group, and so this product obtained is your benzene sulfonic acid. Benzene sulfonic acid. So, overall reaction is a continuous, reversible reaction. Now, we want to study the mechanism of this reaction. Now, while using this concentrated sulfuric acid, this is going to form an electrophile in our reaction. And how this electrophile formation takes place, that we will see in the very first step, that is the formation of electrophile. Formation of electrophile. So, the two molecules of concentrated sulfuric acid reacts with each other, means it's a simple acid base equilibrium reaction, and here you get the formation of hydronium ion plus HSO4 minus, which acts as a conjugate base, and SO3, that is the sulfur trioxide, which acts as an electrophile in this reaction. Now, why it acts as an electrophile? So, the sulfur in this molecule, sulfur trioxide molecule, is more electron deficient. So, how? So, we will see it in here in short. So, this is the sulfur trioxide. So, here you get the resonating structure, oxygen accepts this electron pair, and here you get the formation of the ion, and this sulfur is being positively charged. Now, when this electron pair delocalizes in this way, here you are getting the three different resonating structure, means the negative charge is being delocalized on the different oxygens, and here again you will see this delocalizes and gives you, sorry, here O minus. So it is being stabilized, and so this sulfur acquires a positive charge. So the overall resonance hybrid of this molecule, that is SO O, this is so this all the oxygen atoms bears a negative charge, and so here this is electron deficient, and so sulfur acts as an electrophile from this molecule. And so in this first step, we get the formation of the sulfur trioxide, which acts as an electrophile, and in the second step, that is the formation of a pi complex, and subsequently it forms a sigma complex. In formation of a pi complex, there is no net bonding, only there is the attraction between the nucleophilic benzene and the electrophilic species. And so in this second step, this benzene first of all forms a pi complex with sulfur trioxide, Here it forms a pi complex, and as it comes in a very close vicinity, here this is the pi complex, and this pi complex means when this electrophile comes in a close vicinity of the benzene, it immediately accepts the electron pair from the benzene and gets converted. So I said that this overall reaction is a reversible reaction. So here we are supposed to write it the reversible reaction, and here it forms the intermediate of this reaction by accepting the electron pair. This sulfur gets bonded to the carbon and creates an intermediate that is called as your carbocation, or it is also termed as your sigma complex. It's also termed as your sigma complex. This sigma complex or the carbocation is being stabilized by resonance that we have seen in the very first general mechanism and the nitration mechanism. In the same way, this carbocation is also getting stabilized. This positive charge is getting delocalized at ortho positions and the para positions in this ring, and that's why it is formed in the reaction. And then in the next step, this carbocation, as it is formed, it reacts with the conjugate base. This conjugate base abstracts this proton, and this proton gives the electron pair to this carbocation, and you get the anion of benzene sulfonic acid. The anion of benzene sulfonic acid. So here in this step, the aromatization is taking place, means the aromatic character of the benzene is getting retained, and then in the last step, that is the fourth step, this molecule undergoes, this anion undergoes protonation, and it reacts with the H3O plus, which is in the reaction, and forms H3O plus, and it accepts a proton from this H3O plus and gets converted into benzene sulfonic acid. The anion is getting converted into benzene sulfonic acid. So this is in all the general mechanism of sulfonation reaction. This reaction is reversible at higher temperatures. It's reversible at higher temperatures. And so while just remembering this thing, only the difference is lying in the formation of electrophile stage. The formation of electrophile in nitration, halogenation, and sulfonations are slightly different because the reagents are different. Rest of the mechanism is same. In the same way, we can also deal with the next reaction, that is Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Friedel-Crafts alkylation means the fourth mechanism or the fourth reaction, that is Friedel-Crafts alkylation. So in this reaction, again in the same way, benzene reacts with alkyl halide in presence of a Lewis acid, and this hydrogen atom is getting substituted by the alkyl group. It's termed as alkylation, means the alkyl group of this alkyl halide is getting substituted here, and you get the formation of alkyl benzene, and the HX is given out. And so here this alkyl benzene, the reaction in all is termed as your alkylation reaction. We are supposed to study the mechanism of this reaction, and while studying the mechanism of this reaction, the very first step that is again we are going to study is the formation of an electrophile. Now why it is necessary to use Lewis acid? Lewis acid is used as a catalyst because the Rx bond is polar, but breaking of this bond is difficult. And so to break the bond and form a electrophile from this alkyl halide, it needs a catalyst, and that is your Lewis acid. And so we will deal with the mechanism of this reaction, where depending upon the formation of electrophile. Formation of electrophile. Now, when we are going to see that we want to get a electrophile from the molecule of Rx, that is alkyl halide, depending upon the nature of R group, depending upon the nature of R group, if R group is smaller, what is going to happen? And if R group is bulkier. Now, what is the difference between the smaller and bulkier R group? So, here the example which we can deal is CH3Cl. Means here this R group, CH3 group, is a smaller group. But if you are going to see that the molecule of tertiary butyl bromide or chloride, so this is a bulkier molecule, means here the three methyl groups are attached to this one carbon atom, and so this is a tertiary alkyl halide. And so this is primary alkyl halide and this is tertiary alkyl halide. So breaking of this CCl bond is difficult, and the breaking of this bond is easy than the methyl chloride. And so this makes a slight difference in the formation of an electrophilic stage. Both needs the catalyst Lewis acid for breaking of this bond. And so one by one, so the first, if the R group is smaller, that is CH3Cl, here the Lewis acid that is to be used is aluminum chloride, and here it reacts, and here it polarizes this CCl bond and forms the CH3 plus and the Cl minus this AlCl3. So what is happening here? Here you are getting a polarized complex, and this polarized complex in the second step will react with the benzene ring. In the second step, this polarized complex of the smaller R group will, as the R group is smaller, it will form a polarized complex where the breaking of this CCl bond is not possible easily, and that's why this complex is formed, and this complex will react with the benzene ring. But whereas if we use bulkier R group, that is B, CH3, C, CH3, CH3, and here Br. Here we are going to use the Lewis acid, that is AlBr3. And here what is going to happen? The breaking of this CBr bond is rather easy than CCl bond, and so this undergoes polarization, or it breaks, the bond breaks, and here you get the formation of the carbocation and plus AlBr4 minus. And so this is the electrophile that is being formed. And so if the R group is bulkier, it forms a carbocation. It forms a carbocation, and that carbocation acts as an electrophile. And so this electrophile will react with the benzene to form a substituted product. But whereas smaller R group will form a complex, and this complex will react with the benzene. So this is the slight difference in the formation of an electrophile depending upon the nature of R group, whether it is bulkier or whether it is smaller. So the rest of the mechanism that we will discuss in the next lecture. Thank you very much.